Hey everybody, this is Muffin with the Daily Biker Podcast. Just here to let y'all know the opinions and ideas expressed in this show are those of the hosts and their guests, not to be confused with their partners and sponsors. Now, let's get it on.
Hey guys, this is Sean from the Bikes and Beards YouTube channel, and you guys are listening to the Daily Biker Podcast. You're gonna love it.
$400 max, like absolutely.
No, probably like 300
Well,
max.
that's-
Well, not counting the Donna.
Yeah.
No, because it was. Yeah, I mean, it's takeoff parts.
Mm-hmm.
So,
I told him he should have not had it painted and just ran it like a badge of honor. You know, you see all the stunt guys that have like different colored bags because they keep replacing them.
What's funny is Charlie was at the shop, and Charlie was telling the story. He was like, "So we were stopped," and I go, "Hang on, Alex was stopped." He's like, "No, we were stopped." And I go, "No, I don't care what you say. Alex was stopped. You hit his motorcycle,
Yeah.
which means he was stopped. You were not." So
That's when we met up right after when they got back from Daytona. Met up over there at Doc's, and I'm like, I'm glad I brought the Valkyrie. It's got guards on the saddlebags.
yeah, I didn't realize that it was his crash bar that hit it.
Yeah.
So
Which, I mean, that's a good practical use of a crash bar, breaking someone else's saddlebag. It proves that they're solid.
the crash
It
bar
proves
is
that the
also
saddlebags are not.
a push bumper or bull bar or whatever you want to call it.
I mean, look, just in case, you never know.
Yeah.
Never know what you need it for.
So, hey, everybody, welcome back to the Daily Biker Podcast. My name is Marcus, and I am your clueless leader. Today, we're going to go on a learning journey. I have Miss Muffin.
Hey y'all.
And I have Daniel.
Hey there.
And if you hear any coughing, it is because our false spring that we were talking about has done what false spring
False
does,
spring.
and stuff has started pollinating.
Mm-hmm.
We have started seeing the early signs of pollen on vehicles, like light coating.
Yes.
Vehicles aren't yellow yet, just light coatings on vehicles. The little, they're like dogwoods or whatever at the shop
Oh, yeah.
with the little white flowers floating through the air. It looks like it's snowing and stuff
the
like that.
Bradford pears have bloomed.
Yeah.
Those
So
stink.
all of that early stuff is hitting everybody right now.
Yep. And then we get a freeze on Monday.
Woo.
Yeah.
Everyone's going to be sick.
25 degrees.
Yep. Because right now it's what?
Like 70.
Nearly 70 out
Let's see
there.
here. Let's see what the
60,
phone says.
68, 70 degrees, something like that.
Right now it's 66. And I think before the storm hits,
It's supposed to jump
It'll get
up
up to
high.
70.
yeah, it'll be up into the 70s.
And then we get some rain tonight that cools everything down, and then
well,
plummets.
then next Saturday it's going to be 80.
Yep. Yeah. This is the roller coaster of
This
spring,
is
fall.
like it's
winter.
there's always the argument for us about whether it's false spring, which some people say.
Yeah.
What I say is it's not false spring.
It's just winter.
It's like what we're about to have, like tomorrow, the drop
yeah.
is winter's is fighting back.
No, it's just Canada.
Like
Canada.
we can win this war. I promise you.
Our summer will beat your winter.
I don't care how cold it gets in the northern part of Canada. It will not be 105 humid day in the south.
Yeah, no.
No.
Devil's
no.
armpit.
Like,
Well, that's here in Tennessee. We only have like one true season that is its own thing, and that is summer. Everything else just kind of blends together. It's like we could have a 20-degree day next to an 80-degree day. It's like fall, winter, and spring are basically the same.
You have that movie like The Day After Tomorrow, and the coldness is like scooping in on everything. It like gets to the south and just bypasses because it's like, it does. I'm not going to do anything here.
Does.
It does. Sometimes.
Yeah. I have literally seen, 70 to 80 degrees like in a week.
Yeah.
70 to 80 on Sunday, 6 inches of snow in the middle of the week,
Mm-hmm.
and then like 80 by the weekend again.
Yeah. Yeah. But we also had rain on one of those 80-degree days.
Well, no,
Yeah.
usually what it is like
It's 80 degrees.
it's 80 degrees
rain,
on Saturday,
cold
Sunday
snow.
at thunderstorms.
Yeah.
So by Tuesday, Wednesday, we're freezing temperatures and it's snowing and it heats back up really quick. And then Saturday, it's 80 degrees and sunshine. And Sunday, it storms again.
Yeah. That's our
That's about right.
that's our
We have
late,
this like,
late winter, early spring.
I'm going to call it a 5 to 10 day roller coaster is what we experience right now, where every 5 to 10 days, we have
All the weather.
widespread thunderstorms.
Yes.
And in those widespread thunderstorms, across 3 days, we experience every temperature.
Yeah.
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 From blistering summer heat. It starts with blistering summer heat and transfers into a very humid, like it can be 65 and
But
it's
it
just
feels
so
like 90.
sticky outside right before the storm hits.
The guy out there smoking at the station, the real field 90.
Yeah.
It's 60.
Nice.
Yeah, like then the storm hits, and we have like when we don't get tornadoes. If you haven't been paying attention to the weather, when you listen to this, it was yesterday or last night. Even outside of the tornado threat, they're talking about hurricane force straight line winds from a squall. That's typical.
Yeah.
The tornadoes is not typical. At this roller coaster that we get those squall.
Yeah. Yeah.
And straight line winds, when I say hurricane force, this time they're saying hurricane force. And when I say that's typical, it's not. That's an exaggeration. But 40 to 50 and 60 mile an hour wind gust is typical. Like 30 mile an hour average wind speed. That's just what squall brings us.
Yeah.
Trees
And
down.
it's random gusts too. It is the squall, like the microburst type winds,
Yeah.
where it's one big line of wind.
Yeah.
And then behind it, there's nothing.
That's where you don't want to live around a bunch of trees.
Yeah.
I'm fortunate because I don't have any trees, number one. But number two, I have a lot of buildings.
If you have a tree fall on your house,
I'm in a tornado.
Yeah, you're
yeah,
in a
yeah.
tornado.
Oh yeah, your trailer's getting picked up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. If a tornado,
I've seen how they built those buildings. Good
if a
luck.
tornado
Yeah.
hits
You
my
need to
house,
come here during a tornado.
I'm going to be in your crawl space. Is where I'm going to be. Yeah. If a
I
tree
knew I had
hits,
squatters.
if a tree hits my house,
We got problems.
yeah.
It came from the tornado.
Like I'm going to
It
tell
came
you
from
now.
Daniel's yard.
If it starts getting bad tonight, like super bad, don't be surprised if you hear me knocking on your door at 11 o'clock.
That's fine. It shouldn't. I don't think it's going to get.
I'm going to be
bad.
watching
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
So for anybody listening, I've mentioned this before. Ryan Hall, y'all, just watch his YouTube. When severe storms hit, he goes live
Yeah.
for several hours, and several hours is not an exaggeration. When you're listening to this, it would have been yesterday evening, but he plans on going live for at least 12 hours,
Yeah.
if not longer.
Yeah. So that's the other fun part of being a motorcyclist. You become an amateur meteorologist.
Amateur meteorologist, yes.
I have 4 weather apps on my phone.
Yeah, I know. I have multiple as well because it's
None of them are the same.
no,
they're all
And what you do is you take what all 4
you
of
kind
them
of
say.
average them together.
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, the radar is usually pretty good.
Yeah.
Well, we've gotten really good at averaging the 4 and going, we're going to go ride. We're going to go north because there's going to be storms south.
Yeah.
Although, if you look at one, it's like there's storms north and no storms south. You look at another, there's storms south, there's no storms north.
Yeah.
But then, like, the other 2 will be like, it's more like, 50% chance of storms in your
It's
area.
only going to hit exactly where we are.
But it's like down here. So we just go the opposite direction.
Yeah.
We have literally dodged
We've done that before.
rainstorms.
We have dodged rain
Our
clouds.
trip to Sturgis was based on what the weather was saying, because
Yeah.
if we had left like an hour and a half later,
We would have gotten caught in that.
we would have got caught in rain.
Yeah. Which that's me and Alex talk about it all the time. Like that 15% chance of rain for your area is the most dangerous thing that can ever happen because that's when you're going to get wet.
Yeah.
If it says 100% chance, you're not going to go out and ride.
No.
60% chance it's a big storm that's moving like it's a
Yeah.
big front.
Well, when we have
That 15%, that's that pop-up rain
gonna
cloud.
hit you.
that's
yeah,
just
when we
soak
have
you.
50% rain showers, I can't tell you how many times, and you've probably done it too, where it's 50 or 60% chance of rain, and you've still rode to work.
Yeah.
Because it's going to be between like 10:30 and 3 p.m. It's like it's going to rain after I get there, and it's going to stop before I leave.
I have
Like
absolutely
you ride to work on dry roads, and you ride home on wet roads. But when you're riding home on wet roads, it's sun shining, and the roads are starting to dry.
Yeah, I mean, at that point, usually it's already started to dry out because it's just that one big downpour, and then you're done.
Well, that's when you go, okay, what's the most congested route? I know it sounds weird, but what's the most congested route to the interstate? Because the most congested route is the most traveled route, is the driest route.
Yep.
And then you get to the interstate, and it is dry.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. The interstate's usually pretty dry. Unless it's actively raining, it is dry.
Correct.
Yeah.
That's when you don't go, oh, I think I'm going to go through the S-curves today.
Did you see a car got hit by a tree on the S-curves the other day?
I'd believe it. I didn't, but I'd believe it.
Yeah.
I saw that, and I was like, how
what?
bad is your luck?
Did the tree step out in front of them?
That's
what it looked like.
Like, if you look at the pictures, it looks like, how?
The tree targeted that one car.
Yeah.
You know,
I mean, it looked like, you see the pictures after storms where the car's like crushed in someone's driveway because a tree fell on it. Like, that's what it looked like. But they were actively driving through the S-curves.
So that brings up a great topic, actually.
Dodging branches that
Dodging
fall.
trees?
No.
Don't crash into trees.
Appropriately. Experienced that here recently.
Top tip, don't crash into a tree.
We'll go down that road later. Not personally.
Oh, I was
Personally, but not personally.
Okay.
We'll go down that road.
I was yeah.
So, no, knowing your vehicle and its limitations.
Yes.
You know, whether it's a car or a motorcycle, we're a motorcycle podcast, so we're going to be speaking more towards motorcycles. But most of the things that I'm going to mention are going to apply to cars.
Everything.
And everything. So, you know, your number one tip on that is your maintenance. You know, I'm not talking about oil change, but I am talking about tires, chain maintenance, because chains can snap. You know, your brakes.
Yes.
Have your brakes been spongy, you know, making sure your brakes are up to notch.
Suspension.
And making sure your suspension is up to notch. Because when you are trying to maneuver, your engine performance does not have as much to do with it as your tires, your chain,
especially
your
in harsh
and your
weather
brakes.
conditions.
Yeah.
Yeah, the engine is going to do what the engine does. You're now putting a lot more pressure on your brakes, your tires, and your suspension.
Yeah. Well, and the thing too is there's a lot of people that get out and ride and they go, oh, well, I know how this vehicle is. I know how this car is. I know how the motorcycle is. But then they'll add passengers. Well, you're adding weight. Well, that changes everything. So don't assume your motorcycle is going to handle the same with you versus you ain't a passenger.
Yeah.
You know, what I experience a lot of times, you've been there for those conversations where me and Muffin will be riding and somebody will be like, man, I can't believe y'all ride like that 2 up.
Well, you're used to it.
I know exactly how it's going to respond with 2 of us.
But I've also, I've been behind you in inclement weather.
Yes.
With Heather on the back.
Yeah.
You ride slower than most.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like
I'm thinking, what was it? Blood Mountain?
For instance, here's an example outside of Blood Mountain. Going to the shop. If you've ever been to White Lightning Harley Davidson and you've been 75 north and got off of the exit for 75 or for Bonnie Oaks, the exit that is White Lightning Harley Davidson. What are you looking at? Seeing if it was still doing its thing?
I was adjusting my pants.
The red lights on.
They get tight.
I've got the same pants on. That's okay. Different color.
Yeah.
So that exit in the dry, I'm like 50, 55 getting off the exit.
Oh, yeah.
If it's wet, not even actively raining, if that exit's wet,
25 miles an hour.
I'm like 25 miles an hour.
I can see that. Yeah.
Well,
I will go through the roundabout at like 5 miles an hour.
Well, that's like the 2 sharp turns coming to my house from the roundabout. You couldn't pay me to go fast on those.
Like, I am overly cautious when the road is wet.
Correct.
Yeah, as you should be.
It doesn't stop me from riding.
No.
But I'm overly cautious.
Yeah.
Which is not a bad thing.
No, that's how you should be, especially those roundabouts.
Correct.
Oh, the roundabouts.
Like,
we've lost some good friends to roundabouts.
We have one roundabout in particular.
Yeah, one roundabout.
We didn't actually lose anybody, but
no, he's still here. His bike,
he's still here.
He's still riding the same motorcycle.
Yeah.
We just have a roundabout that was very poorly built I don't want to say design.
No, the design is fine. I think it's something in the mixture of the concrete asphalt that they used for that roundabout.
And they put it on a slope.
Yeah.
The whole roundabout is on an off-cambered slope.
Yeah. It's just weird.
Like it slopes up north to south.
Yeah.
Or
so, yeah.
North
slopes
north
up
to
the
south. Slopes up to the south. And it's about a 10-degree camber to the west.
Mm-hmm.
So when you if you are going south, you have to go on the west leg of it.
Yeah, up and kind of over. It's like a bank. It's like you're going up a bank.
And it's a super, super busy roundabout.
Very much so.
Which means the potential of oil dripping and all that other stuff on the ground is there. I have made this statement multiple times that I will only go through that roundabout when it's dry. When it's wet, I don't even like going through it in my truck because I will pill out.
Yeah. Because I've gone through there where it's been slightly damp and tire just randomly breaks. Like, not even giving it any.
Oh, I can break loose in like the 38 horsepower of my pickup truck.
Yeah.
In the dry.
Yeah.
If I get that, like, especially if I come off of Stanford Gap and take a right, if I punch it, I can make my wheel spin.
Yeah. And it's just, but it's only coming that direction. If you're coming from south to north, perfectly fine.
Yeah.
So, however that works out.
Yeah. It's like I said, the roundabout design is fine. It was the construction.
Yeah, they could have made it
They
flat.
failed.
They could have made it flatter.
In the construction.
Yeah.
So they also could have just not put a roundabout there.
There's enough traffic there. It kind of deserves a roundabout. I like roundabouts. I just don't like the people that are in roundabouts.
Can't drive in them? Yeah.
The reason they had to put a roundabout there was because nobody.
Well, then they built that big apartment complex.
Yeah. The roundabout was there before the apartments were built.
Yeah, it was.
But everybody that goes down Stanford Gap Road and needs to get onto that section of Stanford Gap / Gun Barrel, because that's where Gun Barrel starts.
Correct.
That then take a left on Stanford Gap.
Yeah.
Could very easily have gone down Lee Highway and across the bridge at Wilson.
Yeah, that is true.
And they don't.
No.
Like if I'm coming from the shop and I have to go to, say, Publix, I go across Wilson because nobody goes down Wilson.
Yeah, no one's ever there.
If I go all the way down to Stanford Gap,
you're in a line of traffic.
Yeah.
Yep. I think people forget that bridge is there.
I don't know.
Because I go. That's how if I'm coming back to the house and I want to kind of make it a little bit longer.
Yeah.
I'll just go across Wilson and then come out to Jenkins.
Yeah.
I don't get it.
There's no issue.
Yeah. I don't know.
Well, I say there's no issue. I have seen one time someone came down Wilson and didn't stop, and they just went straight across Stanford Gap Road.
I mean,
and on the opposite side of Stanford Gap, they've dug the ditch out so it doesn't flood. So it's like a 6-foot deep ditch.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Nice.
Like when I came, it was like the rear wheels were like 2 feet off the ground. Like they were just completely nosed in.
Which is kind of funny.
Good job.
I mean, I
Good
hate
job.
that for them.
It was hilarious. Yeah. The police were still like, yeah, go on. Someone doesn't know how to drive.
Yeah.
But anyways, back to that whole, making sure that stuff is appropriate. People make the jokes about Paul Walker. I know people that make the jokes about Paul Walker getting killed.
Mm-hmm.
They were on outdated tires.
Yeah.
That is public information. In case you didn't know that, and it's a news flash to you.
Yep.
Well, hey, guess what? They were on outdated tires,
and they were very outdated from what.
Yeah,
they were like the original.
They were like the original tires on a car that was like 12 years old at the time.
Yeah.
So that rubber compound starts to get hard, and it can't perform the way it's supposed to. I know someone else that knew the performance of their car very well. They used to drive through the S curves every day. Yeah. Well, then all of a sudden there's 5 people in that car and he's trying to drive the same way. He flipped his car. Now there's a cross on the side of the S curves that has 5 names on it. That is why.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't perform. I'm not saying you can't do that, but you need to understand how your motorcycle is going to respond to changes.
And your comfort level with those changes.
Yeah.
Because I don't typically have a passenger on the back. We that's a good example. Mm-hmm. And pretty much the person I've had the most on the back of my bike is Heather.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
I ride fairly differently than I do by myself.
Yeah.
I'm gonna for anybody that's questioning that, because
she's not always at the shop, so I have to bring her to the shop. Or
Sometimes
when we have parties at the shop, I'm at the shop orchestrating the party.
Yes.
And sometimes
at the ass crack of dawn,
all of my friends will come to the shop for the party.
6 hours later.
Well, Muffin doesn't want to drive, wants to be responsible because she's going to have something to drink.
Yeah.
So she will catch a ride. Sometimes it's with her dad in the car. Sometimes it's with Daniel on the back of the bike.
Yep.
So,
or there are days where you're at work and we're all going out and Heather's bored at home.
that has happened
That
too.
has happened too, yes.
That has happened too.
Like, haha, we're going on a ride. You got to work.
That's okay. That's okay.
I think
I did do my dash though, by the way. I have a picture
did you?
for you. Yeah.
Actually looks really good.
She really likes it. I've actually had like 4 compliments on it already.
really?
They're like,
Good.
that's cool. So, but it also sparked conversation with me and Muffin about redoing the side covers.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to peel those side covers. I'm going to just take those off.
Get a new set.
Dude, I'm just going to find like a set of takeoffs.
Yeah.
Maybe they're scratched up, need to be painted.
That
Just start
doesn't matter.
stickering
But
those.
I'm not going to paint them. I'm just going to put stickers on them and call it a day.
I find a set of like that blue
Oh, for the wheels.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Match the wheels
Match
and
the
trim
wheels.
to the side color.
Yeah.
The side covers.
So, but anyways, back to, knowing your vehicle.
Yeah.
I just a little pat on the back here. I get complimented a lot of times because I've spent a lot of time on motorcycles in good condition at the shop that I can get on one and I'm going to take pictures of it. So if you've ever been on our website and seen pictures of the new and pre-owned motorcycles, that's part of what I do. I picture all those. So I can get on a bike that, maybe everybody has looked at, hasn't been through service yet, but everybody's looked at it, and man, this thing is nice. This thing is clean. I'll ride it to the stage, 200 feet.
Yeah.
And I'll be like, oh, something is going on with this bike. There is a problem. And I'll usually make note. I'll let Ryan know. Ryan's the shop foreman.
Especially if it's before it's gone through the
Yeah, so
service
it's
in the
like,
back.
hey, this was doing this, so take a look at it.
Yeah.
And I get compliments on knowing that. There's been times where it's like, hey, my motorcycle's doing something, and they'll look at it, and yeah, it's doing something, and they fix it. And I pay attention to what the vehicle's doing. The most minute things can be a lot bigger problems than people realize. And once again, I'm not just talking about a noise from the engine.
Yeah. Whether you're doing slow maneuvers, like you're 200 feet, slow maneuvers through a parking lot, you kind of feel like a notchy steering or something. It just it's maybe heavier than it should be or lighter than it should be. Something's up. Okay. It might need neck bearings.
Yeah.
Or a front fork is.
Well, that's what I was going to say. There was one here recently where.
Do the Harleys have air front forks, or is that just
No, it's a regular.
Okay, because I know Honda does or used to do a lot of air.
Harley used to do air rear shocks, but they quit that in 2013. That was
I wasn't sure if some had air front forks.
No, I mean if they did, it was long before my time.
Okay,
and most of the Hondas that I'm used to with air forks were in the 80s.
Yeah, I think they ran them up until like the early 2000s. There were some,
but we recently had a bike that seemed like it was in really good condition, had all the good service records and everything. But I noticed it bottomed out on my little ramp to the stage, and I was like,
probably a dead rear shock or
that's
something.
Not well. It was on the front. I was like, that's not normal.
Yeah,
and it was like a 7-year-old motorcycle, and the bike had been serviced at the shop and everything, and we serviced it per customer request.
Yeah.
Well, there was never, hey, fork fluid in the front.
Mm-hmm.
So, and literally they changed the fork fluid, solved the problem.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it loses its viscosity and it can't handle those impacts. Because you need that fork fluid, that viscosity for the dampening. Because there is inside of a fork, there's a plate that's about as big as round as the fork itself, the inside of the fork. Imagine like a quarter. And it's about a 1/2 inch thick, and it has little tiny holes through it.
Mm-hmm.
the fluid has to transfer through those holes.
That's the dampening that slows the compression of your front fork down.
And the thicker the fluid is, the slower that dampening is.
So the stiffer the suspension's going to be.
Correct. The thinner it is, the faster it is, and the more likely it is to bottom out.
Yeah.
So, and there's actually companies that make a replacement dampener that has smaller holes to be able to stiffen up the front end and stuff like that.
But that's not something you should be messing with if you...
Muffin's mind is blown right now because she didn't know.
I mean, you learned something new every day.
Yeah. Kind of... Usually you leave that alone unless you're in a truly needing it application.
Yeah, 99%.
Well, the best thing you can do, maybe go with a stiffer spring in the front fork or a higher viscosity.
Well, I was going to say,
oil.
I've switched out. I've told some people, they've been like, oh, well, how did you make your front end stiffer? And I'm like, well, I've switched out to the Screaming Eagle fork oil. And they don't understand it. Yeah. But it's because it's a higher viscosity.
Did you go from a 10 weight to a 15 weight? Is that what you did?
I don't remember what the Screaming Eagle weight fluid is.
Yeah,
because that factory fluid.
When I had the forks done on the Valkyrie, it's a 10 weight from the factory, and then I went up to a 15 weight because I didn't, everything else was good. Let's get a little bit stiffer in the front because I had just done rear shocks too.
Right.
Let's do it all. Kind of make everything even, because that's another thing. You have wonky front forks. Even you could put $1 million shocks on the rear, it's still going to ride funny.
Right.
Or if you had bad shocks on the back and you do the front, now it might wallow around.
It's going to be off a little bit.
Yeah,
makes sense.
And things like that come into play, especially when you're riding in inclement weather.
Oh yeah. I said, did you find it?
They probably have multiple weights.
Probably.
It's either a 15 or a 20 is what the Screaming Eagle fork fluid weight is.
Okay.
So, and it's either a 5 or a 10 on the factory.
Well, okay, so that makes sense. So I would imagine it'd be a 10 weight oil.
Yeah.
Well, Harley Type E fork oil is a 5 weight. Harley Type B is a 10 weight. And that's probably based on what bike you have.
Yeah.
So like Softails and stuff would probably be a 5 weight. Baggers would probably be a 10 weight.
That makes sense. Screaming
Eagle is a 15 weight. Screaming Eagle Heavy Racing is a 20 weight. And I don't know which one.
You probably, I'd imagine it probably was a 15.
I don't know.
10 to 20 is a pretty big jump.
But I'll let Ryan do it.
Yeah.
So there's no telling what he did.
25 weight.
25.
It's got gear dope in it.
It's 75, 90 gear oil.
That reminds me. Y'all might think I'm crazy when I make this statement. Do not put gear oil in your transmission.
Did that happen recently?
It's happened more than once.
Oh.
People would... transmission's making a weird noise, and they go and they pull the drain plug and nothing comes
just
out.
90 weight gear oil.
And it's like that's because there's nothing in the transmission, and then like they'll open it up to look inside, and it's like, oh no,
oh no,
put gear oil in there.
Yeah, because that's you can get it out.
Yeah, well, so if you were to fill up a Harley transmission full of oil,
yeah.
It would probably honestly take about 2.5 to 3 quarts of oil to fill it up.
Mm-hmm.
You only put a quart in there.
Yeah.
Because it does the slosh bath.
Yeah.
That's how it works. And if you ever want to see what that looks like, go to your local auto parts store and ask them for the oil rotator thing.
Where's the little Lucas oil thing? Yeah.
That is how slosh bath works. And you want... slosh bath, you don't want to be completely encased in oil.
Yeah.
Because when you're completely encased in oil, you can't disperse heat that well. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just imagine somebody in there with some 90 weight gear oil. Man, it's shifting really clunky.
Yeah.
Well,
it didn't shift. It just went to neutral.
I mean, but I've heard the stories. I've heard the stories of people putting like that type of gear oil in the red squeeze bottle stuff in like differentials instead of differential fluid.
Yeah.
Like that gear oil is for like, it's like they're putting basically grease.
Yeah.
When they need to be putting oil.
You're just a step below grease. That's the gear oil you put in the day before you try to sell a car if it's making a noise.
Yeah. Now, don't get me wrong. Transmission fluid is like
thick. It's like honey.
Yeah, it's like 80 weight.
Yeah.
But it's a different, it's a fluid. Just clarifying that.
There are multiple different fluids.
Yes.
Yeah. So
if you have to scoop it out with a spoon, don't put it in the bike.
Don't use it.
Yeah, there's only a couple places that you should actually be putting like that type of oil.
Yeah.
And you know what, to be honest, I'm going to say it. It's probably not recommended. If you want to put like the grease.
Yeah.
If you want to put that on a chain, it's not going to hurt a chain.
Oh, no.
It's going to sling, but it's not going to hurt a chain.
Yeah. Well, the problem with that grease, though, is it collects debris. If there's anything in there.
But that's for like bearings and stuff like that. Yes. So your neck, your swing arm, your wheels.
Yeah.
And even then, let's get specific. There's different types of grease. There's wheel bearing grease because it's designed to handle the heat of a wheel.
Just high temp grease, everything. Just bloop.
Yeah.
Everything.
Red Loctite and high temp grease. You'll be good to go.
Everything will work perfectly fine.
Yep, you'll be all right.
Up until the moment you sell it.
Yeah.
You won't hear a single noise out of that engine.
So, but, you know, like I said, knowing your vehicle. Some of that knowing your vehicle is just time spent on your vehicle.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
You know, whether it's knowing what it's doing, how it's riding, what noises it's making, or how it's going to perform with just you, 2 up,
luggage,
or 2 up loaded.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, you know, 2 up loaded down for 9 days. That was the first time I'd experienced that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't push the envelope because I was like, I have to figure out exactly how this is going to operate.
Yeah. You assume that you've packed properly where you've distributed the weight evenly, but you know, some things move, some things don't. You had the small fuel can that's in there. That's a different type of weight too.
Yep.
Now you're talking about liquid weight that does move.
And it is 8 pounds.
Yeah. Which is a lot on a motorcycle.
Yeah. So, but you can combat, you know, that specifically dealing with that weight, you can combat that with good suspension that is adjustable.
Yeah.
I don't merely mean taking a spanner wrench out and adjusting it or necessarily adjusting the dampeners and stuff like that. But if you get into like a Legends or Olin suspension that actually has a roll click adjusters and stuff like that, they're designed for you to go, okay, hey, you know, now I have this weight, so I'm going to stiffen it up a little bit more and it still be able to operate like it did with you and no passenger and no extra weight and those types of things. But that's still a learning curve. You still need to learn exactly what that feels like. You don't need to just go, oh, well, according to everybody on the internet, if I put it on this, it's going to be just like this. Nope, because you're going to end up getting yourself hurt if you follow what everybody on the internet tells you.
Yep. Do what feels good to you.
Yeah. Yeah. So
you use the internet as a guideline.
I don't even use the internet as a guideline.
No, sometimes it helps.
It depends.
It creates a good baseline.
I think it's because everybody that has a problem on the internet, when they're to your face, it was like, oh, well, my brother or my cousin or a friend or.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
It's like, oh, no. You said it was you.
You're right.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah.
I'm not saying problems don't happen.
Oh, no. All problems do happen.
Everything has issues.
Correct.
But the way the internet says, everything is broken all the time.
One person had an issue. That brand is just trash.
Yeah.
Yep. Pretty much.
Yeah. Yeah.
We're not going to talk about them abusing whatever it was.
Yeah. The same guy that's sitting there going, these transmissions are dog crap while running like 400 horsepower worth of turbo juice and nitrous on a stock transmission.
Well,
in that case, probably yes.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a saying about you have this part, what this person says, what this person says, and then somewhere in the middle is the truth.
Mm-hmm.
So
sometimes it's nowhere near either of them.
Yeah. So do you have any, that safety tip stuff?
I'm going to go back to tires for a second. It doesn't matter, old tires, obviously you want them to be new. You don't want to run outdated tires. For motorcycles, what's the standard? 5 years is what people say.
Yeah. Well, I say 5 years. I think some people have different.
And it depends on how the bike is stored, how the condition of the tire. If you start seeing dry rotting, that tire's gone.
Well, it definitely depends on the tires because you could get a tire that's been sitting on a shelf for 3 years.
Exactly.
As long as it's been in a climate controlled area,
it's good.
It's good.
Yeah.
But you still need to be paying attention to it.
I think that when they say 5 years, it's 5 years of use.
Right.
Having a tire
or
on.
It's 5 years of mounted with air.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because what you might not realize, there is moisture in air.
Correct. But knowing the proper PSIs to put tires at, you see a lot of bikes. I'm sure you see it all the time. Bikes that come in with overinflated, underinflated.
Yep.
They're wearing funny. And that goes back to suspension because you can, you get cupping, you get weird wear patterns. All of a sudden, on the left side of the tire, there's no tread anymore because it's weirdly inflated and, the crown of the road wears on that side. But, and especially if you go change tires, new tires, brand new, you get them put on and it's raining outside, take it especially easy.
Yeah, they're slick.
They are very slick.
And on the tire topic, you watch Matt up there at Wells for Time, and you see him out riding this bike, and it's got 50-year-old tires on it. He's not pushing it to the limit, and he knows it has 50-year-old tires on it.
Yeah, exactly.
Like there's a point behind him having the original tires on it, because he's not getting out and riding it like you're riding your motorcycle every single day, or should be.
Yeah, exactly. So. Look, I can get away with having older tires on the KZ because I'm not riding it like I do the BMW, the Valkyrie, or the ZRX.
But even then, if you're chasing an old tire, there's a lot of manufacturers that make old style tires.
True.
The Scorpion, or not the Scorpion, the Scorchers or whatever for like your KZs.
Yeah,
they have an older style.
They do. So, I mean, granted, I do need to put new tires on the KZ because the ones that are on it, I think, are 20 years old now.
Yeah.
They're like 05, 07.
Well,
they're almost as old as you.
I know.
Wait.
they're as old as the XR.
Look, when you have buddies or family members, like immediate family members that are not much older than the tires, it's probably a good idea to change them.
Yeah.
I make that statement because Daniel's brother is not much older than the tires on his KZ.
No, he's only 3 years younger than me.
Right, which means he's only 9 years older than the tires on your KZ.
That is true. That is true.
My point's been made.
Fair.
And that is your brother. That is only 3 years younger than you.
It's fine. Everything's
Still
fine.
older than the tires.
It's fine.
I was
only 9 years, which is outdated on that.
I was 15 years old when that tire was made. I didn't have a driver's license when that tire was manufactured.
Perspective here.
I was getting out of college.
I was in high school.
I was entering the workforce.
Fine. Everything's fine.
Well, technically, I was already in the workforce, but
no,
I was coming out of the workforce with my college degree. Where was I at? 20 years ago. I was 21. We just started dating. No, we'd been dating for a little bit, about a year.
Sure. Yeah.
Man, the dementia's hitting you hard.
That's a
It's all this
dementia.
gray, man.
Yeah, it happens.
When you lose your hair, your thoughts just escape you because
It
it's
goes
not
with the
holding
hair.
in.
Your mind.
That's
goes
why you
with
wear
the
a
hair.
hat.
That's why I wear a hat.
Keep
It's to help
everything in.
Hold it in. It's like Bubble Boy. You know you lose 90% of your heat through your head. So.
I don't know. I see a lot of bald guys get hot in the summer, so I don't know if that works.
Well,
tell you what, it is amazing when you go from having hair to not having hair, how much you don't realize hair helps you with sweat.
Yeah.
Like sweat just pours right down my face and straight into my eyes, and then it burns.
Can't do anything about that. And on that note, clean the pads in your helmet.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Take those out and clean them.
Wash them.
We're getting into good weather. Take your helmet apart, take the pads out, throw them in the washing machine.
Yes.
Or hand wash them.
You know, this is a good time of year, too, to take a good look at your helmet. Is your helmet outdated?
Yeah, that is true.
Helmets, depending on the helmet, we're talking 2 to 5 years. Some manufacturers say 7 years. But I'm going to tell you, if you go, I think I've got a 7-year helmet, then you also probably paid $800 for your helmet.
Yeah.
If you didn't pay, if you paid less than $300 for your helmet and your helmet's 7 years old, it's time for a new helmet. Like, that's just all there is to it. That's life.
And if you're not washing the pads, you can replace them.
You can replace pads.
Most helmet manufacturers have it on their website. There's a section to buy new interior pads.
And they're not expensive.
No, $20-$30.
Yeah, especially for like the Icon guys. I think it is like $30 for a full set of pads.
Yeah, those are cheap.
I know for the AGVs, the K3s that we had,
those aren't expensive.
It was like $40 for an all new set of pads. Just make sure you get the right size for your shell size.
I get pads for my Shoei are like $45 for all pads. For my Shoei.
Exactly. Pads are cheap.
Yeah.
You wash them every season. If it's hot season, probably multiple times.
Yeah. Oh, also, did I interrupt you? Go ahead.
No, I don't know what I was going to say.
Oh, I was going to say also make sure that you wash your underwear.
And on that bombshell.
Hey everybody, this is Sean at White Lightning Harley Davidson. I want to thank you for listening to the Daily Biker Podcast. You can reach the podcast on Facebook or Instagram at The Daily Biker, or you can email the podcast at thedailybiker@gmail.com. Be sure to keep an eye on White Lightning Harley Davidson social media pages for the most up-to-date information on all our events and where you can find the boys.